If you are just now tuning in, the next segment of the stream, brought to you by Ionel. Shout out Mod Ionel, who's been asking for this forever. Today we're gonna play Death by AI. The game is basically gives you a prompt, and you have to type in a prompt on how you would survive it, and then the game tells you if you survived it. Pretty positive that's how it works. That's how it worked when I played it. Let me start a game. I think you guys will be able to join. Okay, so that is the code number. I don't know if that's an S or a 5. I guess just kind of figure it out. Judgment Day. AI judges your survival strategy. Lone Survivor. AI picks the best strategy and only one survives. I think Judgment Day is the one that everybody plays. So I think we're gonna rock with that, at least for first. All right, let's start. Please, for the love of God, please, for the love of God, be at least semi-civil human beings. I'm praying the game allows you to be like a little crazy, but not that insane. Prompt: you start aging rapidly. So how would I combat this? Enter your survival strategy. What? Wait, what? How do I survive that? I will begin a detox, taking care of my skin. No. I will use my surgical abilities to perform open heart surgery on myself, giving myself a new heart and reversing the aging process. What? That's fucking crazy. I don't know what the fuck about. What do you say to that? I genuinely think I will survive. I might make it. Y'all might be cooked. I might make it. My screen froze. Yeah, mine's just twirling. My shit twirling. Bro, the AI did not fuck with this question, bro. Oh wait, I think it's hypnotizing me. You want all your friends dead. Oh my God, you want to go into Aiden's room and take his dead. All right, new server. Hey, okay, hold up. It's Frankie Frank in the building. I'm running around with Gay and Ryan. I'm about to spit a freestyle, okay? Pull up on his block. He wanna get shot. I hit him with the cock. Now he's on the ground. And I get to pounding. But I'm just getting started. Ooh, I just farted. Or I sharted. Okay, I'm getting started. Whoa. I'm a superpowers. I'm a superhuman with superpowers. They think I'm Superman, but I'm not really Superman. I'm not really Batman either, or Spider-Man. I'm not really Spider-Man or Batman, but I'm really Spider-Man and Batman. I'm superpowers. I'm flying like a superhero. I'm flying. Hey, y'all fuck with that? Okay, I don't know what the fuck. These scenarios are so goofy. The prompt is, you forgot how to breathe. What would you do to survive? I would quickly Google search how to breathe if you forget how to breathe, and then proceed to use breathing exercises to regain the skill. Yeah, I think that's pretty much foolproof. I don't see how that's not foolproof. Low-key, I deal with this every time I take an Eddie, so you just kind of remember. Your fate has been sealed. All right, let's see. Lizzie tries to. I jump into an ice plunge to shock my system into hyperventilating. Not even crazy. As Lizzie leaps into the frigid waters of the ice plunge, her body is immediately jolted into a frenzy, gasping for air as the cold socked her senses awake. Thrashing and failing, she battles the icy grasp, and just as she feels her lungs burning to the brink of extinct, a rush of oxygen floods her system, saving her from impending doom. Lizzie emerges from the ice, sputtering and victorious, having not only remembered how to breathe, but having discovered a newfound appreciation for life itself. Okay, Lizzie, congrats! You jumped into a cold plunge. I fucking hate this. All right. That's fair. That's a fair way to remember how to breathe. They glazed a little bit on that one. That wasn't that good. I would go on WikiHow, and it teaches me how. For real! As Ryan frantically navigates WikiHow, desperately searching for the elusive guide to breathing, a cloud of Oh, bro, I'm so fucked. Turning each word on the screen into a garbled blur. In their frenzy, they read about breathing techniques but never actually inhale, and as reality fades, yeah, okay. I'm pretty much cooked. Yeah, you're fucked. With one final grasp for air that never comes, Ryan succumbs to the chaos of their own mind, leaving behind a digital trail that echoes the importance of the simplest act of life. Wow, okay. Yeah, Ryan, you're fucked. Oh, Doom tries to... I'm so glad it didn't let you live. So glad it didn't let you live, bro. Whatever, bro. Fucking get that shit off my screen. Oz tries to. I would go underwater and go back out. What? What? As Oz plunges underwater, the familiar coolness envelops them, but panic grips their mind as they realize breath has slipped from their memory. Desperately resurfacing, Oz gasps for air, but the confusion leads to a frantic struggle, and each gulp of water serves as a harsh reminder of their forgotten instinct. In a final valiant effort, Oz's body thrashes against the tide. The tide? Where the fuck? Is he in the ocean? But ultimately, in this frantic dance with fate, survival slips away like water through their fingers. Dead. You're cooked. I don't even know what you were thinking. Bales tries to get medical help and breathe. If you survive this, I don't know what the fuck to even do. As panic seizes Bales, they stagger into the nearest hospital. They just stagger in, gasping for air but unable to convey their dire situation. Yeah, right, because you can't talk. Doctors, mistaking Bale's frantic gestures for a mere anxiety attack, rush to calm them rather than provide immediate assistance. Just as darkness begins to close in, a brilliant light flickers to life in Bale's mind, and they... What? What is that? Just as darkness begins to close in, a brilliant light flickers to life in Bale's mind, and they instinctively remember the rhythm of breath. Bro, you were dead! Bro, you were dead! Flame tries to quickly grab my inhaler using it, then researching how to breathe. Okay, let's see. In a frantic struggle, Flame fumbles for the inhaler, managing to pop the cap off just as darkness begins to encroach on the edges of their vision. Do not tell me he survives this. With a desperate puff, Flame feels the rush of relief sweep through, but the panic mounts as they attempt to search for the knowledge on breathing, only to be distracted by the fog of almost losing consciousness. Wait, so did they breathe in the inhaler or no? What? What? Ultimately, just as the world fades away, Flame remembers the simple rhythm of taking a breath with sheer determination, avoids death by inhaling deeply, emerging victorious, albeit slightly dazed, into the fresh air of survival. This game is actual bullshit. Silly Goose tries to. I would find a trusted adult to help me. You can't survive. You can't survive. Silly Goose races through the labyrinth of a bustling shopping mall, desperately searching for a trusted adult amid the crowds, gasping for air and clutching their throat. Just as they feel the edges of consciousness beginning to blur, they spot a kindly store clerk who, puzzled but quick thinking, remembers a basic breathing technique to guide Silly Goose back to rhythmic calm. With newfound clarity, Silly Goose takes a deep breath, and the world sharpens with vibrant colors once more. And they... Okay. No, for sure. Gat tries to have your friend, Frankie, give you mouth to... Please die. Please do not survive this. Please do not survive this. In a hilariously chaotic attempt to rediscover the lost art of breathing, Gat flails wildly as Frankie, both confused and amused, leans in for mouth-to-mouth resuscitation while lecturing on diaphragmatic expansion. With each exaggerated puff of air, Gat inadvertently grasps the essentials and, in a moment of panic-induced clarity, inhales deeply suddenly, bombarding Frankie with a faceful of berry-flavored energy drink he'd gulped down earlier. Though initially disoriented, Gat emerges victorious, laughing alongside Frankie as they collapse onto the grass, the world filled with the sweet, albeit fizzy air of survival. This might be the worst game ever created. You know what? If I live, I'll be okay. Frankie tries to Google search how to breathe and then proceed to use the breathing exercises. Duh. As Frankie frantically types how to breathe into their phone, they surprisingly stumble across a quirky tutorial featuring a singing cat who hilariously demonstrates the basic of inhalation and exhalation. Following the whimsically confused constructions, Following the whimsically confusing instructions, Frankie manages to remember the rhythm of breathing, but in the midst of a laugh, they accidentally suck in a mouthful of air too quickly and comically cough, leading to a delightful yet near-fatal hiccup. Just as they sputter... Oh, dude, I thought I was gonna die. Just as they sputter, the cat's infectious meow jolts them into a gales of laughter. Frankie ultimately gasps for air in triumph, regaining control of their lungs and securing their survival. I'm goated. You know what's funny? Is somebody had this exact prompt, but they just died. I'm beast mode, bruh. Sheagles tries to just die. No way they survive this. An odd sense of calm enveloped them. With a resigned sign, though breathing was no longer within their repertoire, they leaned into the void, surrendering to the silence as their body crumpled gracefully to the ground. In that moment, the world faded away, and Sheagles found a peculiar peace in letting go. Yeah, okay, thank God. Okay, 5 people survived, and I believe 5 did not. I don't know where the other people went. Doom is selecting a scenario. 5 rounds? Is that how long it is? I feel like that's a decent time. Scenario incoming. Oh, I'm ready. That's gonna work. That's gonna work. Okay, let's see it. Let's see it. Sheagles tries to. I would simply pull out the 9 and put 5 shots in Frankie. Great prompt. And you know what? I'm just now finding out that you can write your own prompts. As Sheagles drew the gun, Frankie's eyes widened in surprise, his hunger momentarily eclipsed by shock. With precise aim, Sheagles fired 5 shots, each finding its mark, sending the hungry beast crumpling to the ground in a heap. Victorious yet breathless, Sheagles stood over the defeated Frankie, savoring their narrow escape from becoming a meal. Congratulations. Congratulations, you win. Who's next? What would Doom do? It says prompt. I would cover myself in vegetables, and since Frankie doesn't eat healthy food, he wouldn't eat me. On my life, if they let you survive this, I'm turning stream off. As Doomfrog envelops themselves in a colorful array of freshly picked vegetables, Frankie approaches with an insatiable growl, his eyes narrowing at the sight before him. Sniffing the air with suspicion, Frankie's gaze flickers over the broccoli, carrots, and tomatoes, and with a disdainful grunt, he turns away in search of a more appetizing prey. Just as Doomfrog sighs in relief, a flock of wildly hungry pigeons swoop down, mistaking the vegetable-covered player for a buffet of scrumptious snacks, leading to an unexpected and humorous demise amidst the flutter of wings. Just as Frankie tries to eat me, I jab him in the throat, making it difficult to breathe, much less chomp me, and quickly run away. What the fuck is this game? Notice how you didn't eat him? Doom, why are you saying him? That's you! As Frankie lunges forward with jaws wide open, Lizzie's quick reflexes save their life. They jab him in the throat with all their might, a desperate move that sends Frankie wheezing and stumbling backward. Wheezing and gasping, Frankie momentarily forgets his hunger, allowing Lizzie just enough time to dart past him and escape into safety of a nearby forest. Breathless and adrenaline-fueled, Lizzie looks back to see Frankie collapsing to the ground, defeated by his own hunger, as they embrace their survival with a triumphant grin. That's fucking... Congratulations. Oz tries to... Quick thinking, I keep my distance and give him all the food and put on his favorite tape with just get it over with. Skillfully throws a bounty of food towards Frankie while blasting the sweet sounds of Devon. A moment of confusion washes over the hungry creature, who pauses to savor the offerings. Sensing the shift in Frankie's attention, Oz deftly retreats to safety behind a sturdy tree. Why am I just like this dumb beast that only cares about food? It turns out that music truly is the food of love, as Frankie, entranced by the tunes, happily devours the feast, leaving Oz to live another day. Congratulations, Oz. Congrats. This is my favorite game ever. What does Bales try to do? Grab my Nerf gun and shoot him in the neck, and he falls hard and dies. No way. As Bales turned to leave, they accidentally stepped on a deadly trap laid by Frankie. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. You're getting clapped. This sealed their own fate in a twist of irony that no one could have predicted. Yeah, nice try, dickhead. Nice try, dickhead. Nice try, nice try, nice try. Nice try. You're cooked. I lay traps. Silly Goose tries to. I would eat him first. Okay. As Frankie lunges hungrily, Silly Goose, with a stroke of bravado, proposes a twist of fate, declaring they would devour Frankie first. To everyone's shock, Frankie pauses, contemplating the absurdity of a meal negotiation, and in that moment, Silly Goose seizes the opportunity to dart away, leaving Frankie bewildered and hungry. Instead of letting Frankie eat me, I offer him a common substitute of human flesh. As Gat swiftly digs through the remains of a nearby picnic, he triumphantly holds up a sizable, juicy hamburger, claiming it to be a limited edition gourmet human delight. Frankie, momentarily distracted by the tantalizing aroma, lunges for the burger. Why am I just this beast? Devouring it with a gusto of a starved monster. Just as Gat breathes a sigh of relief, however, Frankie wipes the grease from his mouth, a glint of hunger returning to his eyes, realizing he wants both the burger and the human dessert. Sucks to be you. What do I try to do? What did I do? Oh, I throw doom. Yeah, I throw doom at them. I throw doom at myself, and I eat doom alive. As Frankie lunges towards you with a predatory gleam in their eyes, you swiftly grab Doomfrog, a comically oversized amphibian, and toss it towards Frankie. That's not what I meant, but okay. Caught off guard by the unexpected meal, Frankie devours Doomfrog with gusto, abandoning their culinary pursuit of you while the frog's chaotic flailing distracts them momentarily. With a sigh of relief, you slip away unnoticed, grateful that human ingenuity has spared you from Frankie's hungry grasp. 2 for 2, motherfucker. 2 for 2. 2 for 2, and Doom is dead. Oh, yeah, dude. Tom tries to. I would throat kick the I would throat kick them, grab a good friend of his, Devin, to then say I had it. Tom, what are you doing? As Tom lunged to deliver a throat kick to his unsuspecting friend Devin, the unexpected taunt sent shockwaves through Frankie. Why? Who had been stalking nearby with an insatiable hunger. The explosive rage from Frankie was enough to trigger an unforeseen chain reaction, igniting the hot air and turning the entire scene into a comedic disaster as Frankie combusted into a fiery display of fury and regret. Though Devin was left in shock, Tom survived the chaos, his wild antics leading to an unexpected victory over his would-be devourer. What does Coleridge try to do? Frankie is fat, so I outrun him and get to his neighbor, who shelters me and calls the cops. His dogs warden off Frankie and I. As Coleridge sprinted towards the neighbor's house, a swift dash fueled by adrenaline, Frankie lumbered behind. More like a hungry bear than a predator. Reaching the safety of the neighbor's home just in time, they were welcomed in, and the cacophony of barking dogs echoed through the air, forming a fortress against Frankie's desperate advances. The police arrived moments later as they handcuffed the bewildered Frankie. Coleridge realized that not only had they outrun danger, but they also had turned an almost fatal encounter into a tale of survival and quick thinking. You haven't died yet? Yeah, because I'm the best. Lizzie is selecting a scenario. Guys, man, this game is awesome, man. Hey, Lizzie, maybe, I don't know, maybe just kind of do like a random scenario. Maybe it doesn't have to involve me, you know? It could just be something silly. It could really be anything you want. You can make it about a robbery, or something with a car, or... I'm just closing my eyes. I'm not ready to see this. Okay. I keep having to defend against myself. I suppose this one is not that bad. He's attempting to hit me with a piece of straw, which is very flimsy, allowing me to deflect his attack. Oh my god. Deflect his attack and stab him with my knife. How are people going to try to kill me this time? Frankie is mistaken. I haven't said anything about his mother. Okay. I expressed my feelings to Frankie while telling him it was Truth who said that. As Gat faced Frankie, their calm demeanor did little to extinguish the simmering rage in Frankie's eyes, fueled by a misunderstanding that could erupt at any moment. With a swift, dramatic motion, Frankie lunged forward, knocking Gat to the ground and delivering a crushing blow that left them gasping for air. I think I'm going to like this a lot. In their final moments, Gat realized that sometimes the truth can be overshadowed by raw emotion, and that was a price too high to pay in this deadly game of pride. Lizzie, this might be my favorite prompt yet.
Acting
Next up,
like Frankie can never do that to someone.
I would pummel all of you. I weed whack his dog's head off. Yeah, you're fucking dead. Good pull. Good pull on the skit, though. As Doomfrog revved the weed whacker and charged at Frankie's dog, the fluffy creature yelped in terror, but dodged to the side, causing Doom to stumble and crash into a nearby pile of garden gnomes. Of shattered ceramics drew the attention of Frankie, who, furious at the disrespect for his loved pet, unleashed a torrent of slime that engulfed Doom, rendering them unable to escape. Ultimately, the combination of chaos and slime smothered Doom, sealing their fate. Sliming you out! I immediately retract my statement, playing it off as a joke, and instead offered to buy Franker drinks. Quickly backpedals on the insult, attempting to smooth things over by offering Frankie drinks, but his anger is not easily tempered. The drinks only fuel his ire further, as Frankie sees this as a mockery rather than a peace offering, leading to an explosive confrontation. In a shocking turn as tensions rise, an accidental slip sends Lizzie tumbling into a nearby fountain, casting them as a soggy spectacle that diffuses the situation but not their dignity. They survive, albeit considerably humbled. Okay. I'm definitely... She fell in a fountain and I didn't kill her, but at least I humbled her. Still a win for me. Next. Go into my basement and lock the door and pray that I don't die by getting slimed. You're cooked. Bales darts into the basement and slams the door shut, but Frankie is hot on their heels, an ominous grin spreading across his face as he prepares an enormous bucket of the slimiest goo imaginable. With no way to escape and the acrid scent of the slime seeping through the cracks, Bales falls to their knees and frantically prays for a miracle, but just as they plead with the universe, the door bursts open and the bucket tips, covering them in a gloppy fluorescent mess. Bale's prayers go unanswered, and amidst the wild laughter of Frankie, they are forever remembered as the one who challenged the giant and lost to the ultimately sticky demise. A fucking win for me. I love this. I love this. Hi, Frankie. I'm running for Homecoming King. Could you tell people to vote for me real quick? Nobody vote for him. I'm just kidding. Vote for him. I mean, I have to see the competition. I can't just, you know, the right to vote is, you know, I have to be educated. Frankie tries to, he's attempting to hit me with a piece of straw, which is very flimsy, allowing me to deflect his attack, and yes. Easy. As Frankie lunges with flimsy piece of straw, it crumples uselessly against my hand, allowing me to swiftly draw my knife and deliver a decisive stab. He gasps, shock and betrayal flickering in his eyes as he realizes the grave mistake he made, underestimating my resolve. In a final act of defiance, Frankie collapses to the ground, the fire in his spirit extinguished. Wait, what? It just said I survived! What? I survived! What do you mean? I survived! What do you mean, tough loss? I survived! Am I losing my mind? Look! Am I tripping? It says I stabbed him and he died. It literally says, leaving me victorious. Okay. What the fuck ever, bro. What does Tom try to do? I'm not even reading this shit. Please die. 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 I outrun Frankie because he is fat, then I run to Devin, my best friend, who slimes out Frankie with a sword. As Coleridge sprinted away from Frankie, adrenaline coursed through their veins, knowing the odds were stacked in their favor against Frankie's heft. Okay, yeah, just accept the fact that I'm fat AI, thanks so much. Just as Frankie closed the gap, Devin leaped into action, brandishing a sword that glinted menacingly in the sun glaze. And with a swift movement, he turned the tide by slamming it down in front of Frankie, causing the bully to stumble and fall into a nearby mud puddle. In that moment of glorious triumph, Coleridge not only escaped Frankie's wrath, but also cemented their friendship. Yeah, whatever. Okay, fuck, get the fuck out of here. Piggy in the mud. Yeah, okay, so yeah, we're doing 3 rounds. We're fucking done. Okay, I can't with this fucking game. First of all, we're tied, Coleridge. Anybody who died 2 times, I can't talk to you. You're not real. Yeah, Lizzie won. I cannot believe you won that one. God damn.